chick singing to us. But anyway.
No, that's Khalees, but I'm saying before. Hey, dude, okay. So y'all have a lot to say, but don't worry, we also have plenty to say. Our conversation today, we are live on Facebook and YouTube. Yes, we are live on Facebook and YouTube, and also www.spicefm.co.ke. Are men polygamous by nature? We keep hearing this phrase all our lives. It's used to me as an excuse for all manner of things. Oh no, but men you're just angry, small cheating. Oh, you got him, you're sleeping with your baby sister. Oh no. But you know, men are just polygamous. But I'm saying today, you need to differentiate between the word polygamous and promiscuous. Yeah, because this is used to camouflage promiscuity. Yes, polygamy is a man who has multiple wives, more than one wife. So if you're just bedding them and you're not marrying them, then are you polygamous? Laura, what are your thoughts?
I mean, like you've said, polygamy is a structure. It exists. There are rules that should be followed and all that. But if we're using the street term that people use as polygamy, then yes, men are polygamous by nature. I know it sounds odd coming from me, right?
Yes. You are letting absolute on. He was like, I can't wait to hear what Laura has to say today.
But here's my point. Like, I was really thinking about it when you asked me this question in the morning, and I remember I watched a podcast about this, and this guy really explained it very well. It's in men's nature a lot to be very competitive, to gather as much as possible, which you see when they gather with wealth. Even with women, it's competitive. Can you get the best of the best? But the problem is a bad bee turns 18 every day. So they get badder and badder. So it's your job to always accumulate, get the best. It's in your nature to want to have the best. But the true test of a man is not with how many you can gather. Because the true test is, can you stay faithful to that one person you've wanted? Even if the desirability has gone down, can you stay faithful to that one person?
Because it's a commitment.
Yeah. You can. Your nature is not inherently to be a good person. The true test of a man is, can you stick by that one person you've chosen for a whole lifetime? So yes, they are polygamous in nature. If you're using that term very loosely without the proper structures that go into polygamy as a relationship, yes, but it doesn't make you.
But I'm not seeing people walking around with nyumba dogos and nyumba kubwas
in order.
Yes, I'm just seeing people with Aklande you've kept in Kile, Aklande you've kept in Maja or Nairobi West, Aklande you've kept someone you're not, like your pet bat that you only see in the dark and is only taken out in the dark. But our men, he's gone for a function and he's sat front and center with his household. Comprising of his wives and his different children. DJ Absolute.
Yes.
Are men polygamous by nature?
I'll use this example. Polygamy entails two parties.
Yes.
Yes. You and the lady.
Yes.
What we have nowadays is people having, as you said, fungas out there.
Yeah.
You're having two chicks, two small girls you're walking around with, who are not your wife.
Yes. So you have your wife?
You have your wife, and then there is the others.
Yeah.
That your wife doesn't know about.
That your wife doesn't know about. And they are not permanent. Yeah. Polygamy, you are permanent.
Yes.
You have been brought into that. And polygamy, this your wife will know.
Yes.
You'll be introduced and told, by the way, this is
Nyumba
ndogo. And then if there's another Nyumba ndogo being brought, you'll be told, by the way, there's another Nyumba ndogo being brought. And for the chick, there's that acceptance of Nyeri. There's already one leading the pack. I know my place. So I am going to stay in my place. So are they polygamous? It's a yes and no answer. But from what I've seen, my from where I come from let's say my family setting, I have not seen it. With akina my uncles, akina nani, you second wife, blah blah blah. They've always kept one.
And people don't have children out there.
A couple. Yeah, but there's no, with this child out there, you won't see him go and say that this is, it'll just be known that toy is there.
Yes.
I take care of him, and that's it.
So that, but children are products of promiscuity, right?
Yeah.
Not the child, but the act of to make the children. So it's safe to say that many men are promiscuous
by
nature.
Yes.
Not polygamous. by nature.
I think even like when you check the 7 deadly sins, there's one of the lust and sloth, gluttony, all those things, they exist within us.
Yes.
We have you as a man have the ability to want as many women as possible.
Insatiable appetite.
Yeah. But it is in your nature. It's very normal for you to want more women or want the best. It's okay. It's totally normal. But even then, you're supposed to fight your true nature.
Plus self-control. You know, men act like they have a set of feelings that we were not made with. Like we don't walk around every day and we see things that
we also
are good and could be possessed too.
Me, every single day I see a person like he could get some, even him, even
like
him.
Oprah, but only you're talking
like,
about
you know
kitty cat.
You know, you reel it back in, Laura. You know, you have to find that one person who makes sense completely. So you can argue, and hiding behind polygamy, it's just, you know, tainting an institution that has a function and a purpose.
True.
You know, maybe not now.
You see, polygamy
because that's what makes polygamy so ill and disgusting. Like,
because
I don't
it's so
want none of that.
Because promiscuity is like you have a chick in Ruiru, another babe in South B, and then tomorrow you've brought an STI home. The next day there's a baby who doesn't have school fees. There's calls in the middle of the night. A crazy chick banging
or the main home being neglected because someone is living a lavish lifestyle or some chick somewhere is eating all the money.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, see, polygamy has rules.
Yes.
You operate under those rules. Knowing one, which is Yolanda said, knowing your place. This guy will come when he's coming to your place to see you and the child and Nini. And there won't be interference. You won't feel that, you know, like say our grandfathers, they had 2, 3, 4, 5 wives.
Yes.
But you didn't hear them clashing all the time, you fighting.
But
blah, blah.
without social media, how do we know? Because my mother comes from a polygamous family and my mom hates it. My mom says polygamy is complicated. Someone is always on the losing end. Someone gets the shorter end of the stick. There's always a casualty. And by the time you're bringing this woman, let's not pretend you did not serve it for marriage because hi dude, you are already married. So you shouldn't have been philandering in the first place for you to go and find the one, the two, fall in love and bag her and bring her to be a helper, a second wife, nyumbandogo or whatever. That's romanticizing something that the genesis, the beginning, the seed of it is, nothing to go and be to shout and be proud of, right? So me, I'm like, let's stop sanitizing polygamy. It is what it is.
It is.
You marry a man and he promises that you're the one and only, and smack in the middle. Maybe he doesn't come culturally because there's people who religiously, they do believe and accommodate polygamy, like Islam, for instance. Not all of them, but some of them do still practice polygamy. And there's also communities that it's kind of okay-ish. But most of us are like, that's not modern. We're not bringing it into this century. And then you watch TLC on your television and then you watch Muzungu doing sister wives. And you're like, why are we insulting each other? Ati Muzungu came and we tossed away polygamy. But white people practice polygamy. White people practice. Go and watch sister wives. Thank you very much. So it's not a racial thing.
It's not a racial thing. Like I said, there was a purpose for it, and in different communities, I have no knowledge of that. But for me, where I currently stand, it serves no purpose currently. Especially living in a capitalistic, world. Like unless you're a billionaire and your mental state is in order, and you can't have both. Rarely do you get both.
But lately, the people who are still practicing, I'm like,
the people who can't make ends meet.
We had a security guard, like where I grew up, my parents' house, and I won't even say his name because if you ever visited me, then you know him at home. Hey, see, this guy always had a new wife. He just brings mama fua, then he tells us, ule nini bibi mdogo. Like, but this is flavor of the month because we met the other one, and he kept getting more wives and churning children like he had a baby factory. And I'm like, what's your salo? You know what I mean? So, but I'm like, whatever works for him. So, do I believe in polygamy? I can't not. I come from a polygamous background. Not my dad and my mother, but their families, So, do I have an issue with it? I don't. But I want us to be very clear about what you're saying. Don't call something that isn't polygamy Yeah, I'm very clear about what
it's a
polygamy
strict term
is.
to sanitize your
Tabia mbaya.
behaviors. Yeah,
they
you know.
give countless of reasons why they're doing what they're doing and call it polygamy.
Yeah.
But as we said, polygamy means that you're brought to the front.
It's true.
As-
You're not,
as the
Yeah,
lady.
you're not in the
You're not in
background.
the
you don't show
background.
up during at the
Usiku.
funeral. No,
Yeah.
at the funeral at his
Nah.
died. Then you're there with 17 children crying with snot.
Yeah.
That's not
You're
polygamy.
You're brought to
not.
the front. You're made known. This other one, where you're being met in the dark all the time.
It's
Yeah.
true. You go to the village, you
Yeah.
have maybe your own home. Of course, you have the entire family knows you. You have been paid for, dowry price.
Yeah.
You know, you've been wed traditionally. That is the only way you can say you're genuinely practicing
Yes.
polygamy. But having children with multiple women, as we have said, not to repeat ourselves, that is first, Kevin. Umezana mademo tatu. That is not polygamy.
It's irresponsible. It's being irresponsible. It's just that simple.
I love that. So let's stop giving excuses to irresponsibility and terming it as polygamous.
Polygamy.
But we want to know what you think, what you feel. Leave us a comment. We'll get back shortly and go through the comments at Spice FMKE on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.